friends, let's do a goat update video. It's been a while since we've done a video on our goats, so let's go out and meet some new friends that we have and also get an update on the ones that have been here for a while and are near and dear to my heart. So I'm out in the goat pasture. Last night Nick was telling me that one of our Dolings was having diarrhea, so that I needed to come out today and take a look at them and just go over everybody, make sure that if anybody has a worm issue that we take care of them. We actually have the two alpine does that we started with in the spring, as we had told you guys, Thelma and Louise. And then a few months later, we decided to go ahead and get 3 more. And we have Betty, Wilma, and Mabel. So we just thought we'd give them all cute old lady names. But I'm sitting here with Miss Betty, and she is just not feeling good. So I have loaded her up on anti-diarrhea medicine. We gave her a warmer and have also done some probiotic and a vitamin paste. So hopefully in the next day or two, she will turn around and kick the pest load, the parasite load that she has in her intestines, and feels better. Although I have to say, I've not had one bad enough that they're laying down. Most of the time she did get up to get a drink of water, and she did get up to come find me, but she really pretty much just likes laying in this spot in the pasture. So I'm going to keep an extra eye on her today just to make sure that everything goes okay. The vitamin paste we gave her had a B12 in it. So that'll help her with energy and help her body have the energy that she needs to get up and walk around and get a drink of water when she needs it, as soon as the body absorbs the paste. So hopefully soon she'll be on the mend. Wouldn't that be nice, Miss Betty? You're usually chipper and full of energy. This makes me worried for you. I have to say, these alpines that we have gotten this year, because like I told you before, we need to work on increasing our milk supply a little bit. And Nick wants to get into pack goats, so we decided we would go with alpines for pack goats. But these guys are definitely more prone to intestinal parasites than our Nigerians. Nigerians are a lot hardier. I think we've only had one Nigerian this year that has had worms, and we only needed to give them 1 dose of medication and they were kicked. But our alpines, we have had to medicate them a few times this year, especially a couple of them. Louise and Cinco are year-old wether. They just seem to want to get worms as soon as they get them, and we get rid of them. It seems like in a couple weeks they get them again. I'm also working on changing the mineral that we have for them. I think that might have something to do with it as well. They're missing something in their diet, and it's just allowing the parasites to come in. So hopefully she'll be better soon, because we love her. We just love her so much. She's a good girl. So today when I came out to the pasture to check on everybody, I went ahead and just gave them all a little bit of vitamin paste. We've had a pretty good drought here this year, and our pasture just isn't regenerating like it usually does because we're not getting the rain that we normally do so that the grass can grow. So I just wanted to make sure that they are actually getting the vitamins that they need so that they can stay healthier. So we went around and just vitamin dosed everybody. It's real easy because it's a paste that comes in a tube, and it has a dial selector on it so that we know we dose each one the same every time they each get the same dose. So it actually went really well. I should have gotten video of it, and I didn't because I'm doing this by myself and I can't hold a camera and dose and hold a goat at the same time. But maybe next time. I know in October we are going to be copper bolusing everybody just before our mating season. We will allow our bucks to breed our does starting in November so that we have April and May babies, and that way they're coming in the warmer weather and we not have the terrible fiascos that we've had this past spring when we had babies earlier, and we had a lot of death because they just got too cold. They couldn't hold their body temperature, and we don't have a heated barn. But I do believe there is a barn in our future. Hello, Miss Liesl. How are we doing today? Where's your baby girl at? Huh? Where's Miss Daisy? Daisy is over here, way over on the trampoline. The little one that just lifted her head, she's over there sunning herself and enjoying. This is Thelma, and again, another reason why I felt like they need to change their mineral and have a better get a vitamin paste is because their coats are just really getting discolored. I just feel like they're really lacking something in their nutrition. Thelma is the one in the spring who decided to break her leg, and we had to have her in a cast for 6 weeks, but she's doing great. The foot does cock out to the side. It's this foot here, but I think she's going to end up being just fine. She's thanks, Thelma. She's not going to be any show goat because of that leg, but I think she's going to be a great mama, and she's super sweet. I think milking her will be super easy, and she's just a really easygoing goat, and I just love her to death. Here we have Mia and Daisy. Little Miss Daisy right here, and this is Mia. I can't get too terribly close or Mia will run from me. She's our most skittish goat, and she doesn't like anybody much closer than about 5 feet from her, and she looks super happy. I don't want to disrupt her and make her get up and move. Daisy is super sweet and usually lets me pet her, but if I get that close, then Mia will run off. And I don't want to make her move. She looks super happy sunning herself over there. I just saw Betty go into the black tube to get into the shade, so that makes me happy. She was smart enough and aware enough to get into the shade on her own, and she got up and walked over here, so I'll show you what she looks like. She's super cute. Hi, Miss Betty. Are you feeling a little bit better so that you can get up and come in the shade? I'll check on you later today. I love you. You get better. Miss Edie is out here in her area. We have had her out here with the goats, I would say, like 2 months. And she was doing really good. And we even were letting her out of her little doggy house area. And she was just in the pasture with everybody else. But she has found a hole in the fence, or at least enough of a space in this fence for her to get out. And she's ornery, and she gets her mama in trouble. So she has to stay in here till we can get the fence fixed. But that's okay. If we're out here in the pasture, we usually let her out. But as for now, she's just going to be in here because I don't have time to pay attention to her at the moment. Hi, Miss Edie. Edie is one of Agnes's puppies, and she is, oh gosh, she was born in January, the end of January, so she's what, 8 months old now? And she's humongous. She's already bigger than her mother, so she's going to be a nice big dog. But once we get that fence fixed, she'll be out here in the pasture with the rest of them. It should be later on today that we get it fixed, so she's not going to be in the small area very long. We just put her in here last night. This is Wilma. She's another one of our new Alpines. And I say new, but she was born, we got her in May, June, July, August, September. So like 4 months old, probably. She's a super sweet girl, but she is loud. Oh my gosh, this girl has some lungs on her. When she hears us come out that back door, she is calling for us, and she knows that we're on our way out to her. She is, like I said, she's just the loudest. I'll see if I can get some video of her, but you'll definitely hear her in future videos to come, because she's just, this girl's got a set of lungs on her. We gave her some warmer as well today. If you can kind of see her back end's a little messy, so she should be good. But she's been up walking around and everything. She's just laying down and ruminating right now, and just chilling out in the beautiful day. You know, goats are funny. They like to lay in some of the weirdest places, like you can see right here. This is a dog igloo that the wind blew over, but Miss, gosh, what's her name? Nick calls her Dozer because she's rammy, but her name is Louise. She loves this doghouse laying on its side. So I haven't fixed it. I just leave it the way it is, because that is her spot during the day when she wants to lay down and chill. And she just sits in it just like that. Just like a little goat in an egg. It's hilarious. She's a good girl too. Miss Mabel, who wants to lay in the hay cube. This is what we use in the winter time to put hay in. And this is her shady spot for a sunny day. How we doing, Mabel? Hi, baby. She's a good girl too. We got Cinco over here grazing in the grass. He is our alpine wether that we showed in 4-H last year and didn't have the heart to put him on the auction truck. So he just lives here and lays down while he eats because he's lazy. But he's super sweet too. I think I might have to minimize my number of wethers this fall, just because I have enough does that I really don't need the wethers. So, and then in true form, here's Sven. For whatever reason, he's attacking the ladder. The ladder is what we use to get up and over the pasture gate, or the pasture fence, so that we don't have to always go down to the gate. And you're gonna make me have to fix that, aren't you? He has started his rut, and he's super smelly and super gross. And when he's in rut, these are the kinds of things he does. He's destructive. We keep him on a chain because he is a Houdini and an acrobat, and he is able to springboard off of this fence here and then jump over the outside pasture fence. And we can't let him do that. So he has to be on a leash, unfortunately. But the chain allows him to access the entire goat area. It's on a swivel, as you can see right here. Yep. As you can see. So he has pretty good rein. Every now and then we take him outside, and we have, it's basically like a running line that he can go on and go out and graze. But I usually have my boys do that when they get home from school. They take him out there so he gets a couple hours of grazing time. That way he's not just stuck in here all the time. But he's looking for ladies. He'll even settle for a wether if he could get to him. But we're not going to let him do that. We also have a new buck, and he is a youngin'. This is Benny. And Benny is half Alpine, half Nigerian. No, he's not. He's half Alpine, half Nubian. And he will breed our Alpine girls next year. And what we're looking for is good dairy production with extra butter fat. And his Nubian will give that to the Alpine. Oh, Svenny. Svenny, Svenny, Svenny. And then we have Mr. Charlie, and Charlie has become quite the handsome buck this year. He looks very dashing with that beard that he's growing. And he will get to breed some of the Nigerian ladies this year as well. So super excited about that. I love baby season, but I also want to make sure that I do baby season right. And we just don't have the same experience that we had this past year. So these guys have to wait another month or two. Let's see. September, October. Yeah, like month and a half. But then when they do, they get full reign of their ladies. You know what I miss most about baby goats is that they're playful. The girls that we have now are 4 months and older, and they're just not as active and exciting. They're growing up, they're becoming adult goats, and they just don't want to jump and run and play like baby goats do. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to having some baby goats in April and May. Luna, as you guys know, is the goat that I've had the longest. Luna, Mia, and Chip and Nacho are the ones I've had the longest. Luna is the mother. Mia, Nacho, Chip are her babies, but they're not really babies anymore. But I just love her to death. She let me trim her hooves today, and she got a grain treat, and she was so super excited about it. And now it's time to lay down and take a nap. Kind of like somebody else after you have like a big snack, you get to lay down and take a nap. I think Miss Daisy's coming over this way towards me. Daisy! Daisy! Of anybody, she's probably the most playful. She is the craziest little goat I've ever seen. She is absolutely hilarious. She'll run through the pasture just to see how fast she can run. Of course, she's not going to do it right now because I'm talking about her. And we all know how my goats do. They don't do anything exciting when I turn the camera on, even though they do crazy stuff when I'm not recording, of course. Is she gonna walk through? She's just gonna stand over there. I guess she's just gonna stand over there. This is Nacho. He's another one of the wethers. And like I said, I think we are looking to rehome some of our wethers. So if any of you guys are somewhat local and are looking for a couple of wethers that just make great pets, we'll be getting rid of Nacho and Mr. Chip over here. Nacho is super, super friendly. Chip is a little more standoffish, like his sister Mia. There's Mia right there. But they're best buds, and they go together, hopefully. And with Nacho being there, Chip is better behaved. He's easier to get around. And once you start loving him and petting on him and everything, and he's, you know, used to you and just really enjoys your company, he's super easy to get along with. I just haven't been out here a lot, and my kids don't really pay attention to him a lot. They have their own favorites, and he's just not one of them. So he's kind of gets so that he's standoffish once you're not really spending a lot of time with him. Daisy and Liesl, mama and baby. Now Liesl is half Alpine, half Nigerian, and Daisy is a quarter Alpine, 3/4 Nigerian. And I'm really curious to see how that affects the milk production. I know a lot of times everybody thinks that they want a purebred animal. They think that the purebred is a better choice compared to a goat that might be a cross. Well, I tell you what, a lot of times you find crosses out there. That doesn't mean that they're a bad goat. A lot of cross goats are really good goats. And especially if you're going for a milk production, more so than a breeder or a show goat, it doesn't matter if they're crossed or not. They're going to be just fine. I kind of have a little project going to see what combination will make more of a compact goat, but still a good milker. And we're going to see if the Nigerian Alpine crossing really does help with that. A lot of people don't want a big goat that are starting little farms now. They'd rather have something smaller, cuter. Unfortunately, cuter is a big part of it. So that's why I'm hoping to get a little bit of the Alpine milk production in some of my babies, especially for those who are really wanting goats for the milk production part of it. Now my last two to show you today are Willow and Winnie, and they are way across across the pasture on the other side of the overflow. And let's get over there to see them. I just stopped milking them. Oop, nope, we're not walking that way because there's a snake. Well, we'll look at him from a distance. Oh my God, y'all, I lost it. I don't know where it went. Okay, so the goats are over there. We have Willow on the left, Winnie on the right. I'm moving out of this area of the pasture. Snakes and I absolutely do not get along. I respect them. I know they're here for good reasons, but that doesn't mean I have to be near one. Well, that's pretty much it. That's our goat update for the farm. Everybody except for Betty is doing pretty well. We have, like I said, Wilma has some diarrhea as well, but I think we'll nip that in the bud. I'll just keep checking on Betty later today, and hopefully everything goes well. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good time. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the next video.